Okay, and we are live. Today is 30th of September. It is the last day of September, and this is OSRA, Scrum, and Sprint Planning. Here is Craig, Motas, and Nikita, and me. First of all, let's do the Scrum. So, Nikita, your turn.
I had a pretty good day today. I submitted 2 pull requests, one of which Craig has just merged. And Craig, before we started, I saw your comment on Pivotal. I thought about the same issue. So this is for the story prevent editing of the sponsor. Of the province attribute in the partner. So the implementation that I submitted basically just disables the field on the form in the view. And Craig's comment is that it's still possible to send a request, to bypass the UI and to send a request directly to the application. To make that change, I don't really know if this is. I thought about this and I decided that it wasn't an issue for us. Just the same way, somebody can try to bypass the UI and start changing, for example, OSRA numbers for different models. And we don't really. We can if somebody goes around the UI, they can definitely issue requests right now.
But
if it's a permitted param,
take it out.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. OSRA number is never a permitted param. Well, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do we need to disable this completely, or is it okay to just remove this from the UI?
What other options to change the province of a partner?
They're not mutually exclusive. That PR is a valid PR in its own right.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Because we're still going to want to disable it in the UI. It's pointless keeping it in the UI if we're not going to allow it to be accepted. It's just whether we then submit a further PR doing a callback and seeing if the field's changed, and if it has, just ignoring it.
Okay, if we read the story, as an OSRA orphan manager saw that a partner and OSRA ID is always accurate, but we have that in order to OSRA ID, partner's OSRA ID to be always accurate, we definitely need to restrict its change not only on edit page, but in the workarounds too. It seems natural that there shouldn't be workarounds.
Okay, so let's put in a new story then, and to take care of that then.
New story or part of that story? I don't know.
I mean, Nick's done, as far as I'm concerned, from the description in the PT story. Nick's done that. Now, it's to an extent, it's irrelevant, isn't it? Because if we decide it needs further work, it's going to be a chore, which is going to have 0.
Yeah.
I
mean, the problem that this user story, that realization only that part is not decide that problem. So we just, when we wrote that story, we just haven't thought about it.
Possibly.
And you, Craig, just break all our all our thoughts. You should be a tester, good tester, you know.
But it just seems silly because probably the only people who can't change it will be the OSRA users, and anyone who can craft a request can, which I don't know whether that's good or bad.
Okay, guys, up to you. What you decide to do with that?
Well, so this PR is merged already. I mean, we can always revert, I suppose, but
I would write another story.
Yeah, I would tend to do the same and put as a chore because there is no visibility to it whatsoever. The client is not going to see it.
And then the question, I mean, are we all agreed that we need to do it? What do you think, Watson? You're closer to the client.
Guys, I think client would never thought about it, but as a professionals, we need to close that back
Yep,
door.
valid point. Valid point.
All right, fair enough. Let's take care of it then.
Let's just close it here. So Nikita, you will create chore, right?
Yeah, I'll create a chore for that. Other than that, I submitted a pull request for the other story just above it, replace sponsorship destruction with an activation. And Craig's left some useful comments there that I've addressed, I think, completely at this point. So I'm waiting for somebody else to have a look at it, and after that, it's done.
Oh my god. As Amal said in previous sprint, you like a code elf.
Code elf.
Your work. It's like, we haven't, we even haven't decided that these stories should be next sprint, and you already, you already almost done them. Okay.
If it's something I like to do, so
Okay.
every chance I get.
He's on the case.
That's right.
We've got another 3 queued up from before, before the end of the next sprint. War and Peace 2, War and Peace 3, and War and Peace 4.
That's right. Yeah.
You like that book?
No, I was just talking about the length of the stories he seems to get.
Have you ever read it? Craig,
No,
have you ever read it?
I haven't, I'm afraid. I just know it's very long. How ignorant's that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Pavel.
I've read the short book about the content of that big book because we need to study that book in Russian schools,
Yeah, so same here, except for they didn't have the short versions available when I was doing it. So.
So you've read the whole book?
No, but I told the teacher that I did.
Okay.
So how many hours or weeks did you guys lose on those?
If we actually did the work, then we would have lost a lot, I think. But I suspect a few people actually did it.
Oh, of course, no one. But maybe because it's just not for the teenagers. It's a book for the older people, not for teenagers. So there is no point. It's something stupid about when you read classic books that auditor is definitely another auditor, and you need to study that in the school. It's something strange.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
it was off topic. Yeah.
The book's too long when you're young, and by the time you're old enough to read it, you can't read anymore. You can't see. You need special glasses.
Greg, you're not you are still very young to that book. When you will retire, you can read that book. You have a lot of time to do that. Yeah. I haven't seen even a movie. I know that movie, very famous Russian movie about war and peace, and I think it even received Oscar or something like that. But I tried to watch it and almost doze off about 1 hour, 2 hours after that movie starts, and it took about 6 hours, I think, movie, something awful.
Pretty ridiculous. The only thing I remember about that book is that there were, at least in the edition that I read, there were pages and pages that were written in French because it was a letter that somebody was writing, and then in tiny, tiny font you had a footnote that translated the French to Russian.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
At that, I think it was probably at that point that I said, that my time was too precious.
Okay, guys. Motasam, next here.
Yes, I submitted a PR for the organization seed file, which is a chart. I also continued working on my Excel importer. I made some progress. Today I was blocked. Today I found a way around, so I'm on the right track now.
What about the client? Did he look at the stories?
I pushed Now there
Sam,
was
I cannot hear
a
you.
couple of PRs, those yet. Orphan list with S3 storage and the linking. The linking I had. Is that something that I can deliver on? I push the latest development. Is that inside there is a, so in that on the link sponsor with an orphan there is one task which says only active sponsors can. That is not marked as done. It's finished. So
Nikita,
I pushed the latest.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to remember this. So only active sponsors can form new links from orphans. I don't think that functionality is there at the moment. Let me quickly check.
But I thought that you didn't do that because client changed its requirement, and on other story there is different requirement, and you decided not to do that, as I remember.
This specific requirement has never changed. Like they've always had only active sponsors can sponsor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Modusum, I think you're right. I think that is not done yet.
Oh. You just forgot it?
You know what I think? There was I don't remember I don't remember forgetting it. Yeah, I think I got messed up by all the status changes that were supposed to take place, and then I overlooked this this one task.
I would be inclined to stick with the current PR. And
no,
then
that's fine. That's fine. But I mean,
and then just do another PR on.
Yeah. Well, this.
No, we can keep the PRs the same because anyway, we said maybe a PR is not a full story. But I mean that the story in Pivotal Tracker is marked as finished, waiting to be delivered.
Okay, let me. Okay, it's now back to started this story, so it's still in progress. So I'll put that.
I can deliver it then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to have it ASAP.
Okay, Motosan, what about this organization, OSRA branches and sponsor OSRA ID client? Did he see it or not?
Yeah, I pushed the changes to the staging server. I've sent a couple of messages to the client telling them that these stories are on the server, please test them. They did not get a response yet.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for their feedback. But the project is traveling tomorrow, so maybe he was busy today preparation for travel. I will reach out tomorrow to the rest, the other two members of the team to see if they had a chance to check it.
Okay, no problem.
One last thing is the PR that was just merged now, Sampriti's storage, Amazon storage PR. I need to create account on Amazon Web Services and link it, like configure the staging server to use that client. They said they will create an account as well, but maybe I'm just open for ideas. Like, should we keep the client's account for the production and maybe, or have them create two accounts, or what do you guys think?
We're just using S3 buckets, aren't we?
Yeah.
So could you use the same account but different buckets?
We can. I've never done it, but I think yes, we can.
I don't know.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm just talking aloud rather than saying what I think's necessarily the right
yeah.
thing.
But like from what you guys seen earlier or another project maybe, if there is something like this, do we ask the client to create the account and give us the credentials, or do we give because they need to get me the keys for that account, and then I'll have to configure that on Heroku.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, it would be much better, of course, if you did it just personally, but you don't want to have your credit card on file as the one to get charged.
I think with Amazon now, they can delegate, if it's an organizational account, they can delegate certain things to certain users, but I don't know whether that's too complicated for them to do. I don't have a huge amount of experience on that side of things.
That Amazon account doesn't offer free services to charity.
It is free, not even for everybody. First year is for free for that lowest level tier, but to register you have to give your credit card details. They will not charge you for the first year, but you have to give the credit card details. So I was thinking that I will do on my AWS account for the staging, and by the time we go to production, either the client will have created an account and gave us the credentials, or we will do some arrangement with them where, for example, we keep their account set up and everything, and then we manage the payment.
How comfortable would the client be giving you the account details for Amazon?
Oh yeah, I guess the S3 account will be
I don't
linked.
think it's an issue.
Is it linked to the client's whatever personal Amazon account, or is it entirely separate?
Maybe they will create a separate account just for that. Like
I would get. Yeah,
now
I would
I'm
get
dealing.
Sorry.
Manager. So now maybe they have their own Amazon accounts, but they will create one under the OSRA name only.
Yeah.
Just for this.
I think that's a great idea. Then they can give you the credentials, and then you can go up and set the keys up. And then presumably you could use different buckets for different staging environments.
Okay, Moto-Sam, anything else to discuss?
No, that's it. I'll continue working on these comments that Nikita has put on my PR today and tomorrow. Maybe I'll finish another PR as well.
Okay, Craig?
I merged a couple of PRs today and have done some code review. And that's been me for today. So, but I was going to talk with people in this Scrum and see what would be good stories to start on for the next sprint.
Okay. Then, okay, my turn. You know, yesterday I spent about 5 minutes on looking for pivotal tracker and GitHub integration. Actually, I found that article. I think that you've read it too. It's about connecting pivotal tracker and GitHub, and that guys automated almost everything. You know, they working on GitHub, and that pivotal tracker automatically change statuses to their stories. You know. Have you read it?
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen this either.
Really? I haven't seen. Okay, I'll put a link because I think it's like if you don't like to pivotal tracker and to do anything there, you can just use its name, a number of stories, and use that feature, so it will automatically do some things for you. And also, I logged into Jira account and try to manage to create Scrum board for the new sprint, but I saw that in order to make Jira more comfortable, we need to get rid of the process that Pivotal Tracker uses. Like when you export the stories to Jira from Pivotal Tracker, it creates their own workflow in Jira, and I don't like personally that workflow. I think it's overcomplicated. So I need change it if we after we choose this for the second sprint, and I don't know, it will automatically appear in Jira, or we need to create a new migration. Greg, what do you think?
I think it just imported. I don't think there's a link there. I think if you delete something in Jira, it doesn't affect Pivotal, I don't believe.
Yes, definitely. I mean, if we do something in Pivotal, does it affect Jira?
No, I don't think so, because we have to import. It imports like a one-stage process. But I mean, if we've got a story, so.
Okay. Okay, so after today's sprint planning meeting, we'll create sprint in Jira, and we will try to work in Jira. I hope that stories which we have are already in Jira, so I haven't to create them, because it's quite a tedious job to create.
Well, I mean, if there's a mass delete, we could delete them all and re-import them if needed.
I don't know, up to you. If you can easily do it, just do that, because it will be easier way to create sprint for me.
Okay.
Okay. So let's call the Scrum finished, and let's go into sprint planning meeting.
Can I just ask one question? Nikita was going to add to his current pull request. Sorry, no, he was going to submit another pull request for the stuff that hadn't been finished yet. But does that mean that pull request, until it's reviewed, is blocking you?
You're talking about... I don't think there's anything blocking me at the moment, Craig.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got the wrong end of the stick.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if there's anything, I'll let people know, but I think I'm okay.
Okay. Okay, let's start sprint planning meeting. So.
We lost Modison.
Oh my god, yeah, really? Huh. Okay, let's wait for him. Craig, have you seen that Scrum board?
Yes. Have you logged on recently, Nikita?
I did it when I did it last night, I think.
Okay.
While we were talking, but.
So if you log on now, under the Agile tab, there's two boards. We just had the rapport board, but you've now put the Scrum board, haven't you? Which has got a to-do, in progress, resolved, and done. Is that what you mean, Pavel?
Yep. In progress, resolved, and done. And to do also.
Yep. There are no active sprints.
Yes. We can... Maybe we can OSRA. I think I do not have it. OSRA, can I send the link to that Atlassian? It's OSRA AVV Atlassian.
Yeah, OSRA AV Atlassian.net. It was going to be OSRA, but it had to be a minimum of 6 characters.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Now I understand the importance of that long password when I creating the video and need to copy it.
I'm sure you can change your password, can't you? If it's,
I don't know, maybe. What's happened?
My username has a space. No, yours doesn't.
No. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe. Oops. I don't know. Maybe it's another project, no? OSRA AVE?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well. I don't know. What's happened? I do not think I've changed it already. Maybe. I know. This is
A space issue.
space, yes. Okay. It's going. Logging in.
It seems slow, actually. That was one of my first feelings about it.
Yeah.
It's Java.
Oh no.
I don't think that pivotal tracker is much faster, to be honest. Then it may be low. Maybe my computer here is not that good. I don't know.
No, I have the same thing on mine here.
Yeah?
I think it's independent of computer connection.
I don't know what's all this stuff. I've never saw this stuff. Did we change anything? I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. Maybe I set it up wrong.
I've never saw that.
What happens if you click the settings down at the bottom?
I don't
Or
know.
is that because you're are you an administrator on?
Administrator, but it doesn't matter. I haven't seen that in my instance of Jira Agile, and we use it on demand too. Release new feature. Yeah, this pivotal tracker issue type scheme and workflow is definitely not what I prefer. Interesting if we can choose it. Edit the workflow. Let's look. Yeah, while we're waiting for Motasem. Okay, what I tried to do, what I prefer to do in every board, I go into configure it and create that columns. Yeah, and it said that Agile simplified workflow unavailable is unable to use, and why it is unable to use. Because it used now some kind of pivotal tracker. But if I don't want to use pivotal tracker, what I can do? Just Scrum, embed. Simplified workflow.
Maybe we start a new project.
Yes, definitely, but then our stories won't be there. definitely if we can start new projects, there won't be that problem. I just thinking maybe we have better ways of doing things, because I don't know if I want to use. For now, we do not have even we don't have options to change the schema, and if we go in here to workflows, we can definitely. What does mean switch schema? What options do I have? Default schema. Okay. Default, okay, for example, try.
I'm guessing it chose PT because as it walked me through, it asked me if I wanted to import from a repository.
I need to associate. It's not that bad. Okay, I can try. Let's try another things too. I think, yeah. If you want to add workflow, choose from marketplace, for example. What we see. If you see Jira Agile, default Bugzilla, product feedback. Oh my god. Comms, fog buzzments. This is pivotal tracker default.
Simple.
Yeah. Very simple, just, yeah. See more workflows. What else do we have? Version 1. Rally, on time, Redmine, Jira Innovation, Test Case Management, Classic Default, for stage development. Interesting. Perennial. Simple workflow for tasks. What's not that? Okay, definitely not here. Okay, then let's just associate. So, switch schema. Default schema, associate. Open, resolved, closed, open, bug, it's in progress. It's in progress. It is resolved.
Isn't accepted in progress as well?
No, accepted is closed.
Okay.
Accepted stories is when.
Oh, sorry. Okay, rather than a user accepting. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rejected is actually reopened. Okay. Next. In progress. In progress. Oh no, resolved. We have two statuses, finished and delivered, and both are resolved. Maybe it's not a good idea, but for now it's what I see. Epic. Anyway, Epic we do not have. Improvement we do not have. New feature. I don't like that plus, but anyway, in progress. Resolved. Closed. Reopened. Okay, the release we do not have, story we do not have. task we do not have associate. Let's try. Migrating. Motasem still not with us. Okay.
He's not on Slack either. I think we might have lost him for good.
Okay. Acknowledge. Well, I broke Jira OSRA project in Jira. Oh, maybe not broke. Let's see. Oh, well, it's better. Let's go to the Jira board. Scrum board. Configure. Well, what we have here. I like it. We have simplifier. We can simplify it now.
Pavel, when you're happy, I'm happy.
Oh, that's great. Okay, next. Closed and accepted. Yes. Yes. Okay, simplify. Okay, well, now we have a board. We do not need to migrate tasks. So what we should do now? To do in progress, resolve done. Guys, is it enough statuses for us, or we want more?
I thought that more would be a bit more.
Okay, I see one issue here. A resolved status. We have finishing, we have delivering. In resolved, it's both finishing and delivering. I don't see the problem with that. Do you?
I don't know until I start doing stuff.
Okay, that's true. Okay. What is it? Was used by this board to remove drag return web status available for any of the workflows used by this board in any of the workflows. Okay. We do not have these statuses anything. In progress. Do not have it. We do not have it.
You could add a status called accepted or something, couldn't you? For the
yes, but there is no point in doing that if we have close.
Okay.
Close reopened. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, we have a. Let's look what else. Swim lanes, no, don't need swim lanes. Quick filters, I will do them. Okay, let's do them. Senior, Craig. Craig, this is your account.
No, let's go for the top one because I used that one for working in it, and the other one for
display Craig's. Nikita. Nikita. Display Nikita. Okay. Motasem.
Looks very comprehensive.
No, very easy. You just need to well, it's that that settings you can easily change them and allow it. But when you do it first, it's definitely a problem. Issue state. That is the language which is very I don't remember now. Maybe status.
Type is that?
Status in open in progress and current work in progress resolved. Resolved. No, that one I don't remember. I will do it later. I copy it from my project. It's very useful status. OSRA Scrum board. But we need to start sprints so we can see that things. For now we will go to plan and this, I don't like this plus. Maybe we can change it. New feature. Okay, I will try to get used to it. These pluses. Backlog. Okay. Models and with us? Not yet. We can delete this sprint because yes, and because of its workflow status. Okay. Create sprint 3, and we just decide in what we take in sprint 3. And we have a description here. Finish specifics about organization. The same, right? Well, guys, what do you think we should do? We should do planning meeting without MotorSem? Or playing with Jira?
Can we do both at the same time?
Yes, we can. Okay, organizations. We haven't finished the task. Its status is resolved but not closed, so we can move it to sprint easily. Add an orphan list. As I understand, we still haven't closed.
And by closed, do you mean that the clients accepted it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is in progress because we have actually one task which wasn't finished. Switch to S3 for file storage.
Okay.
Right.
OSRA branch is here too. Link a sponsor with an orphan. I think it is.
Sorry, I just reopened it here.
Yes, it's going here. Sponsor OSRA ID is. Yes, it's not accepted. It's going here.
Now, do we need to reopen that link a sponsor with orphan? Because we have reopened it since we imported it on Pivotal Tracker.
Yeah, it says resolved. Actually, I've just been looking at the code, Craig. The problem is, it's not absolutely technically a problem, but currently the status of the sponsor defaults to under revision. and that is something that we're planning to eliminate completely, right?
So you can't
Well,
work on that until we finish the other story, then, can you?
I can. It's just that then all the tests then become, there has to be an extra step in everything that after you create a sponsor, you set deliberately the status to active. So it just would make much more sense to do that story first, where we get rid of the under revision status.
Yeah.
And actually, to that end, I just filled out the story on Pivotal with the tasks. Again, I don't know if we can vote without Modusum on it. I suppose we shouldn't, but I guess I'd like to see it done before that link is finished.
Well, we could. I mean, if you need to get on with it. I mean, we're talking about it almost being a blocking situation. We could vote on it, and if there was strong resistance to the points we came up with, we could change it subsequently. No.
Yeah. If we do any kind of voting, we can post it on Slack, so that Modusum and anybody else can look at it and see if they agree.
Well, now it's time to choose the stories to. Well, actually, we choose some stories. It's actually 13 points, story points already here, but most of them are because we haven't accepted stories. So now we should go to the backlog and choose the stories.
Okay.
Refactor orphan feature for clarity.
I would say no.
Is
As
it
a
easy
developer,
to see which of these are phase 0?
Yeah, it's
Jira?
I don't know. Let's look. No, it's not. It doesn't have labels.
Okay.
It's not for phase 0, so we shouldn't, right?
No, not that one.
Then let's move it to the. That's what I hate in Jira. If we have big backlog, we need to move it. Not that good.
Right.
Okay. Orphan priority. It is phase 0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, well. Now the good thing about.
Well, we could do a filter on labels, couldn't we?
Yes, of course. Phase 0. Let's choose it here. Not that one. Not that easy. Well, what's happened? What's happened, guys? Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Yes, we can, and I think we will do that. Let's create that filter first of all. Filter configure. It will be useful filter. Phase 0. Quick filter. Phase 0. So labels. Labels. How's it?
In?
This one.
Is it?
I'm not sure that it's in. I think it's that one. Phase 0. Display phase 0. Okay, go to Scrum board. Oh my god, no. It wasn't correct. In. When in should be in phase 0. It's strange in phase 0 because it's not. Okay, let's try. Phase 0. Labels. Phase 0. Well, okay, let's try. Phase 0. Well, we'll see. No. Yes, we have. And interesting thing that no issues that we chose was labeled as phase 0. Interesting. Yes. So all these stories are weren't labeled as phase 0.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. So we have just 4 estimated for phase 0. So orphan priority, should we choose it?
Yes, I think so.
I think so too. Okay. Orphan OSRA ID.
I say yes.
Okay. Capture sponsor request regarding how many orphans they want to sponsor.
From what I recall, this is something that the client said that they want as soon as. I don't know how many stories. We have quite a few to choose from, right?
Well, we have for phase 0 we have
Yeah.
too much stories, but we haven't voted on these stories, so we have no idea about how much can it take, and as I understand, we cannot vote without more some of them.
Well, let's stick the ones that have points in.
Yeah. Well, the only exception to that rule, perhaps, could be the story 112, remove under revision status from sponsoring partner.
Yeah, Nick needs to do that next.
Because, yeah, this is something that basically I would end up writing a lot of unnecessary code if I don't do this one first.
As an OSRA member, so that I can have accurate data reflecting the status of a partner or sponsor, I should only say active, inactive, and on hold in the drop-down list for statuses in menu and edits. Sponsor and partner pages under revision is not a valid status.
So, guys, if we go to Pivotal, I put in the tasks for this story. It might be easier to see it there. It's in the icebox. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. So it's fairly straightforward. Originally, there were supposed to be 4 different statuses: active, inactive, on hold, and under revision. But the client said that they don't want under revision at all. So this status needs to be removed from the seeded data. The current initializer method defaults the status for partner and sponsor to under revision, but we need to default it instead to active. And I found at least one feature, the sponsor feature, that uses makes an explicit reference to the under revision status, so that needs to be changed.
Okay, for me it's quite clear. Greg?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Well then, let's vote on it. So I will count from 3 to 0 and let's vote. Where is it? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Greg?
Explain yourself.
Well, I mean, it's not touching the model. I think it's the
Craig?
Yeah, I'm just. I don't mind 2. I'm comfortable with 2, but the reason I said 1 is there's not a lot of. There's not much change there at all,
Yeah.
and it's fairly straightforward change. We're not touching the database at all.
I think. Yeah. Sorry, Greg.
No, go on.
For me, the only thing that makes it 2 is that I think I found all instances where under revision is used, but I'm not entirely sure. So, once you make that change, or let's say once I make that change, it's entirely possible that some tests might break.
Yeah.
So I just haven't identified every single place.
I'm happy with 2 based on that.
Okay, let it be 2. What else can we vote on?
I don't know if we have to necessarily, Pavel, without Modusum here. Maybe we can plan the Scrum with what we have.
Okay. So this one we will choose.
Did that automatically update from?
Of course not.
You've done that, have you?
No.
Yeah, there are no subtasks.
No subtasks. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. It's just it's got 2 on there. That's all. I don't think it did before.
Yeah. No. I've created here and there. It said that it's not automatically updated.
Cool.
But okay, should we choose that to sprint, right?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay. What about these 2?
Yep.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Sprint 3. And I want to delete sprint 2. We don't need it. Okay. Clear filters. So overall we have 23 story points in sprint 2. So from accepted 2, 4, 5, 8, 10 story points, which should be accepted. So that does mean that we want to take 13 story points. It's okay, we can.
Yeah, I think so.
What about non-stories like introducer spec feature? Okay, we can add it later.
I think it's one of those things where it'll make our lives easier. So if we get the stories done, then somebody can go ahead with it. Sure.
Definitely. Okay. So, can we commit that sprint to the next 2 weeks?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So let's do it. Now what I do now, I click start the sprint. Start date now, end date. Okay, let it be this. Start. So now we moved to work and we see that.
Way, look at that.
Yeah, that's what I like.
That's what I like too.
What we now? Let me. This is subtasks. We have tasks, stories, and tasks there. And this one, for example, OSRA 43, it is the story. It has points, and it has subtasks. So we see that Motosem did 3 subtasks for it, but it's still in progress because he didn't do that thing. So it's it may be unusual for you now, but it's.
Okay. I'm starting to see what you're looking at. That it's it's OSRA 43.
OSRA 43.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We have 2 options. We can use swim lanes to do that, or we can work without it. Let me show you what does mean using swim lanes. I personally don't like them, but I need to show you that. Here is swim lanes. and basically it can be like on stories based. And now you will see that, for example, that OSRA 43, it is this one, and we can see that OSRA 43, it's based on this, so we can see it this way. You see the difference, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what's better. For me, when we use swim lanes, it's too long board,
Yeah, I
which
see
is
what you
hard
mean.
to
Yeah.
work with. And when we do not use swim lanes, the board is much easier to manage.
I tell you what, that's
Uh,
gonna. Motterson mentioned yesterday that he was finding it difficult to know which tasks people were on. That
yes,
makes life a whole lot easier for him, doesn't it?
definitely. For example, we want to see all Nikita tasks. We just click here, and we see. Yeah. And that filter current work. What I want to choose. It allows me to filter out these stories because they were finished and we don't need them to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that. And this is Greg, your tasks.
Lazy boy.
So, you do not have tasks to do. Yeah.
Maybe efficient. That's what it-
Oh, I like you, Nick.
Yes, this is Motorsen. Yeah. Yeah, we need to. Okay. And this is all tasks what we have now. So now we see that yeah, I need to add two things here, two filters. Stories, issue type, new feature, display stories. Okay. And current work. Oh my god. We definitely need it.
I guess the good thing is you only need to do this once, right?
Yes.
It's, the setup was long, but then it pays off.
It's not that long, yeah, but as you see, it takes about half an hour, not that much. Let me just grab my filter from my work project.
I was put off by the enormity of it all when I first logged into Jira, but I can see me growing to like certain things very quickly.
Yeah. Current work. Yeah. That guys created that filters by their own, just on, like a model. Yeah, this is current work. It's not that easy to remember, so I just copy it here. Resolved, closed. Not enclosed, because resolved we use here. Status in resolved, closed, and updated date enclosed. And updated date -1 day. We can see we can choose minus. I don't know. Okay, -1 day for now. Okay. Yes, so that's current work, so we can easily delete all stories that were done. And choose stories. So now this is all stories that we have. We should assign. So import orphans from an orphan list. Who is the assignee for that story? Motos? No, I don't see. Motosam, right?
Yeah, it's Motosam.
Okay. Strange. It seems like we have here. Okay. Sign. Motosam. Motosam. Okay. Orphan priority.
I have no problem taking that one.
Orphan priority. Okay. But you need to take it to share it with Craig. I don't know if Craig wants to have like, I don't know. Craig, what do you have to? We can go. So this story, Nikita or Craig, who wants?
I don't mind taking the stories that. I don't mind taking whatever stories. I don't.
Okay, so Nikita, do you want this one, right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Okay.
And actually, while we're at it, Pavel, that story 112, remove under revision. I'll, since I'm the one who brought it up, I'll grab that one.
Okay. Orphan OSRA ID.
I can take that.
Orphan OSRA ID. Okay. Craig. Assign it to Craig. Okay. We have two unassigned story keep track and capture sponsor request.
Can we just have a look at those?
Yeah, sure. Keep track of whether or not sponsors' requests have been fulfilled.
Okay.
So it's an attribute on the model. Request fulfilled. And it's something that
It has 3 subtasks.
Yeah.
We need to add a Boolean field. We need to add the field views, index and edit view, and method and model.
Okay.
I can take that.
Okay.
Good. I suppose we've got to leave something for Motterson as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
He can refactor the features.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
one more story, and that's it about stories. I capture sponsor requests regarding how many orphans we want to sponsor. Added a field requested orphaned, added a field to the create index, added a validation.
I can take that, no problem.
Okay.
Unless, Craig, you have
I was
strong
just
feelings.
well, before you do,
Yeah.
let's just have a look at who's touching. Are we both going to be stepping on each other's toes on orphans?
Yeah.
Because you're doing orphan priority, I'm doing orphan OSRA ID. I didn't think about that when.
I don't think priority is tied to the ID, is it? I think we should be well separated from each other there.
We're not going to be, because, oh, it's sponsor OSRA ID, sorry, not orphan.
Yeah.
I think the other story is keep track of whether or not the sponsor's requests have been fulfilled and capture
they're all
sponsor
sponsors,
requests. I think 83 needs to happen before 87.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Craig?
Can you just pan out on those stories again? I see Nick's doing orphan priority and I'm doing orphan OSRA ID, and they effectively hit the same model, don't they?
Well, they do, but as long as we.
And then I'm doing a sponsor, and you're doing.
I think whoever does 83 should do 87.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what do you want to change?
And I can take 77 then instead.
Okay.
How's that, Craig?
Yeah, I just think. Yeah, the less we interfere with each other's models, for want of a better word, it just makes things easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, less painful rebases, etc. Yeah, okay.
Okay. But we have one problem here about subtasks. They're not assigned automatically. So we divided stories so we can easily look who have which stories. But when we choose this one, we will see that the tasks doesn't have subtasks. Yeah, that's the problem. The tasks have subtasks, but they're not assigned. Because you can be the assignee for the story, but there may be different assignee for subtasks.
Right.
It's kind of plus, but also minus because we need to assign all subtasks to you too.
Is there a way to cover them all basically, or they have to be done one by one?
I think there is, but I have problems with my laptop because I don't have a right click button here. I think that it should be the way it's called bulk changes.
What happens if you control and click?
Control and click, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. It seems it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, I have bulk change here if I right click.
Okay, but show your screen so you not do something wrong.
Okay, wait, let me cancel out of this. How do I go back here?
What did you do?
I'm not entirely sure.
You go to Scrum board just.
Okay. So one of these was this one here, 72. So it has.
72.
So if I right click on it.
No, right. Yeah, bulk change. Yes.
Bulk change.
Yes. We'll see. Choose operation. Edit issues.
Edit issues.
Yes. Change assignee. Yes. But I think it won't affect. It will affect only. Go down. No, it won't affect. Cancel. No. It won't affect. You should choose. You should choose all 4 tasks.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay,
make bulk change where.
Can I do it here?
You can try Control plus, like Control and mouse. Can you? No.
No, it doesn't do anything. No.
Yeah. It seems that you should try to do it on Scrum board.
Right.
But when you tried to do that, I saw great things. I saw, yeah, I definitely need to. In bulk changes, I saw that you can update. Yeah, this way and bulk
Okay.
change.
So now,
Yeah.
edit issues
Yes.
and assign to me.
Yes. Confirm.
So it still says unassigned.
No,
Oh,
confirm.
that's okay. Okay.
That looks good.
So if I go here, yeah, I'm assigned
Yes.
to all of them.
Go to the Scrum board again. Click Ctrl R, choose all issues.
Sorry, how many?
Just interesting, if you can. Ctrl all, I think Ctrl. Oh no.
I just
Okay.
choose it.
Just I don't know. Okay. Doesn't matter now. Just click right button and choose bulk. Change again.
On what? On the same stories?
Doesn't matter. On these four, for example. I just want to look at the options. I saw interesting options. Synchronize with remote system. What is it? Interesting. So it seems that actually we have an option to synchronize in between Pivotal Tracker and Jira, but since we changed statuses, for now we do not have that option.
Right.
Sadly. But okay.
Oh,
But,
we can do it both ways. We can synchronize, or we can push the changes to remote.
well, let's try. What will happen?
We should be
For
able to.
example, push change to OK. Let's see what it will be.
So all I can do is confirm.
Yeah, why not? We'll see. I don't know what change will be pushed. Interesting. We should have. No. Because we do, in Pivotal Tracker we do not have changes in these stories.
But it.
For example, you move that story to the.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a little bit of reading when I get a chance and see if such a thing's possible.
Okay, but I don't know if you really need that. To be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, if we can do one sprint entirely in Jira and.
Yeah. We can see how it works for us, and we can, if we want, we can manage backlog in here, for example, but all other tasks in Jira, and that won't be a problem. Or we can switch off to Jira fully, for example. I don't know.
Good chat for the retrospective, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So you can go to other stories, which. We even can create like a script for it, but it doesn't matter right now. So we can see you. So everyone should create subtasks for. Oh, Nikita, remember what story we are talking about that you created subtasks in Pivotal Tracker, but you do not have them in.
Yeah, just a second. It's It's this one here.
112. Okay, click it. Bulk change. Maybe we can import it. Yes, it seems like that.
Just confirm.
Yes, let's try.
Bang!
Is it possible that one of you administrators should be doing this?
I don't know.
I've got a funny feeling it was a once-only export. I think that's maybe. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I think for the way
Yes.
I imported.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we do not have a remote system here because I don't know.
I don't see that anything's changed.
Yes, it's true. And I haven't. Because,
Okay.
we don't know what remote system is here. Maybe we
Right.
need to make it in settings, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the settings, right? Let's look what we have in settings. Maybe we're trying to synchronize with something else. Development tools to Jira. Connect. We can connect GitHub here actually. GitHub. Oh. Who wants to connect GitHub?
We're gonna have to get the API, the keys, right, to do
Do we
this.
have it?
Somebody has them because it's integrated with Slack, for example, but I don't.
Account. It is in the Gel Ventures account under.
Yeah, it must be. I think Sam Pretty was the one who set it up when I asked to get GitHub notifications pushed to Slack, so he must have that information.
Okay, I see. Remote links, connections, cloud connections. What is it? Connections. Yeah, because we do not have any systems that was connected, so we can send whatever we want. We do not receive any results because they do not just wasn't connected.
Well, you know what? For the time being, I have no problem typing in those tasks on Jira manually. And again, if this becomes a long-term thing, then we can definitely figure out the solution.
Yes, sure, no problem. Okay. So we planned the sprint. We need to assign each task because when a task is unassigned, it's not good. We should assign every task in Jira, and when we can every day work and look how it's going.
All right.
Correct.
Well, I'm looking forward to this now.
Yeah, it's really nice having Pavel help us out here because, to be honest with you, the learning curve seems so steep.
Yeah.
I probably would have bailed out on it without trying it properly.
Well,
I think this way I get a chance to do it without it taking hours and hours and hours. So that's great.
Yeah, Jira is a hard instrument to easily join, and yeah, that's true. That's true, guys.
I know you're not keen on Confluence, but it kind of looks quite exciting, I think.
About Confluence.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you. I just switch off broadcasting because we finished our sprint planning.